have, right? And also, too, the other side of that is, and when you bring up athletes and, you know, and different things like that, it's like, bro, if I'm making $10 million, it's hard for me to want to deal with the successful CEO or big time entertainer.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode. Please like the video and subscribe. Our target is only 1,000 likes. Relationships have always been a cornerstone of human experience, but the way we form them, maintain, and even end them has evolved dramatically in the modern era. Technology, shifting societal norms, and changing expectations have redefined what it means to be in a relationship. Technology has revolutionized how we meet and interact with potential partners. Though it's made it easier to meet with potential partners, it also poses new challenges. Traditional gender roles have been redefined in modern relationships. Women are increasingly independent, and men are more open to expressing vulnerability. This shift has led to more egalitarian partnerships where responsibilities like childcare, housework, and financial contribution are shared. Modern relationships often emphasize individuality and personal growth. While this is healthy, it can sometimes create tension when partners struggle to balance their personal goals with the needs of the relationship.
Two fundamental principles of just like the gender roles that we all are innately have that we just missing and not understanding. The first is women want to be with a provider, even if they making a good amount of money. So they want to be with a man that if they come up short or they need something that they need an eye to eye, even if they making a good amount of money, they want to have somebody who's making, if not just as much or more than. That's just a natural instinct that most women have, right? And also, too, the other side of that is, and when you bring up athletes and, you know, and different things like that, it's like, bro, if I'm making $10 million, it's hard for me to want to deal with the successful CEO or big time entertainer who's making $7 to $10 million as well, because she's not doing the same thing. She's not as available. She's not going to be at home cooking. She's not going to be at home taking care of the house. She got a whole nother career as well. But I need a woman that's going to be available on my type time, take care of my same stuff. So it's like, yes, there's a lot of other these little factors in it, but to me, it pretty much comes down to those two facts.
Zaire, I'm still trying to understand your argument.
Zaire, it's less than 5,000 athletes.
Athletes is just one group.
I know, because what we do a lot of times is we make this a general statement. It's less than 5,000, 10,000 athletes out here. So we're not going to have athletes represent I was only speaking the demographic that I represent, but I'm saying it's the same thing for the actors, the same thing for all the because we were speaking from an entertainment standpoint. All right, so cool. I'm gonna go with your premise now. So when you saying that, right, bro? Again, this is not Ish making these numbers up. Do you know what the average black man makes in America?
$50,000, less than that.
$47,000 a year.
Yeah.
Okay, right? Cool. That's the average. So now, if a woman makes $1 million, if a woman makes $500,000 a year, her eligible pool of suitable significant others is small. B, like, what are we not understanding?
Right, but what I'm not following is that's my whole point. I said my premise was I have more grace for them because they have fewer options.
Cool, but so listen, I'm not saying. So what I'm saying,
I'm not following what you're disagreeing with.
What I'm saying is this: you are basing that on one criteria, which is money. My nigga, if a woman makes $2 million
and education, you
and one of her heads stipulate, because you could be it's not education. You know why? Because it's professors out here, it's engineers out here, it's accountants out here. It's a lot of quality educated black men out here that only make $150, bro. It's not based on education. You can have a PhD and make 150.
So what is it based off? Attraction?
No, money, finances. Because you know why?
No, I'm saying statistically that's not true.
Because a lot of these rich niggas don't be smart, Mark.
I'm not talking about being smart or not. Because oftentimes I'm talking. You asked me what criteria. I'm saying there's two criteria here, right? One is education, one is money, and I'm saying in both cases, to your point, black men have not been climbing up those ladders as fast as their female counterparts.
Not even close.
And so, based on that, black women have fewer matches in both of those areas. Both of which are often they don't make a relationship work, but they can often make a relationship not work.
They could.
And so those are two factors that people are looking for. People say I'm looking for somebody of my faith, which usually isn't the issue. People of my income, people of my education.
So in my opinion, and I think this is where my thing is getting lost. When those are your first three primary factors, I think you headed for failure. No matter what. If those are your first three things that you're looking for in a relationship, I think you headed for failure. That's my opinion.
So what should they be looking for?
You ain't say nothing about.
No, what should they be looking for?
Being a good person.
Somebody's
None of that type
moral
of shit.
compass matters.
None of that
My nigga,
matters to people.
somebody's kindness matters.
That's not real. I hate to say it, but it's not fair for people to say that you can't have artificial things.
You should be towing them with you because what you saying doesn't. I don't.
It's not fair to say people don't have artificial things they have dating, bro. That means you're not just dating any chick, bro, because she's a good looking
Who
girl.
said that?
Physical attraction
Don't
might be
put
the
words in
first
my
thing to
mouth.
get you there, but who
Yo,
they are,
physical
guess what gets you there?
attraction. Yo, look, looks get them. Personality keep them.
Absolutely.
What are we talking about? Nobody's saying you
But
gotta
there's
go there.
other things that come with
I
that.
know,
Bro. Like you
and
might
so-
like how a bitch dress, how she cook. Like it's like we can't just sit here and say that all that
bro,
stuff don't got nothing to do with
nobody
it, bro.
said that. I said if those are the first three things.
Everybody
on your,
got different preferences, though, gang.
Yo, bro, let me finish. If those are your first three things on your priority list, you headed for disaster. Cause it's hard as fuck to meet those three.
What's the three you saying again?
Money, education.
To Brunson divorce, right?
Yeah.
And I said that I was surprised. I didn't know that she was married for one, and then also I didn't know that she was married to a white dude.
Yeah, she keep them tucked. She's keeping tucked.
Cool. I did say that it's interesting to me because I do have a little bit of a ooh, that's interesting feel when I see someone that I consider kind of pro-black married to someone who's white.
I feel less like that for black women than I do for black men who make that same choice.
All right, now
wait.
you got a rebuttal for that?
Less like
No, I want. Let him elaborate, please.
I do a double take in both cases. I don't judge people. I'm not the person that says you don't love
I'm not
black
judging
people, you're
you.
not pro-black. I don't say that. But I make a different choice because I know a lot of the black women I find in those powerful positions who end up with white men, black men didn't choose them. And so they're often going where they're loved. I'll give you an example. When Whoopi Goldberg started dating Ted Danson, an old school reference for black people was mad. And you know what Whoopi said? How many of y'all would date me? That was her rhetorical question. And obviously, she never encountered those dudes, but most niggas I know that was talking shit wouldn't have dated Whoopi Goldberg.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
What do you say to the athlete that says the exact same thing, that they didn't want me?
No,
There's a lot of them dudes that say, yo, I wasn't, they didn't want me when I was in, when we was in school and none of that shit. So I went over there where I was wanted.
That
They
feels a little
say that
different.
all the time.
And all the
They
time.
say it all the
The
time.
man's opinion is not going to be validated in this instance. So it's almost a
That's what it
futile
sounds like.
It
argument.
just feels like apples and oranges. It just feels like apples and
And it's
oranges.
No,
not.
it's not.
And it shouldn't be.
No, here's why it's apples and oranges. It's a difference between saying Whoopi Goldberg is in the NFL, and they still don't want her.
Okay.
Yo, I gotta jump in really quick here. I didn't want to say it the first time because I didn't want to be ignorant. Whoopi's getting slid by black dick.
Yo.
That's happened in life. If we need to bleep that, we can. But I just don't want to keep painting Whoopi out
Like
to
no,
be.
like there was no black man that found her.
Yeah,
I think Whoopi Goldberg is beautiful. And sincerely, for me, it's just about.
she may not have been a sex symbol, but
No, I
niggas
think
was
she's
being-
niggas
She's been famous her whole life. It's the same rules apply.
For sure, anybody who's famous can get somebody at all times. But what she, I'm just saying what she communicated outwardly, which was nobody was trying to wipe. She wasn't trying to get wifed. You know what I mean? I don't know if she's getting slid or not, but I'm saying she wasn't getting wifed. That was her thing, and certainly not by the black equivalent of Ted Danson, who was a huge star / sex symbol in the 1980s. I mean, he was the biggest thing going at one point.
Oh, for real?
Ted Danson,
Yeah, Ted Danson was the man. Cheers.
yeah.
And they did the blackface
He was
thing,
Sam
yeah.
on Cheers, right?
Yeah, then they fucked it up.
So when I talk to black women who have these experiences, a lot of times what I hear them say is, and not all of them, I know some of them just went to white schools and just don't love black people. That's a different thing. That's different. But what I'm saying is somebody like Quinta, who I know didn't have that experience. I know where Quinta grew up. We went to the same high school. You know what I mean? I'm much older, but like, I know what her experiences were. I know she loves black people, and I know that before she was on, she wasn't getting that level of attention and care. Or let me not speak for her. A lot of black women in her position were not. And so I'm assuming that I'll be more inclined to read her more with more grace than I would somebody who had different options. That's all I'm saying. And I think the difference between Ice, what you're saying, and what the other thing is, it's one thing to say, when I was poor, I couldn't get this type of person, and now or when I wasn't famous, I couldn't get this type of person. That's a legitimate concern. But there were black women that would
pull your mic up, Mark.
There were black women that would choose black men in that time. Maybe not the ones you wanted. Maybe not the ones that you. But that's different to me than.
What's the difference? Because you kind of caping right now.
I'm not caping.
You are
Very
caping.
much caping.
You are
caping.
Both sides.
I want to hear
What
from
I'm saying is they're different. You can still think that they're wrong, but they're not the same thing.
They are, because you just said that, the black athlete could have got black women, maybe not the ones he wanted. So
Same
equivalently, on the opposite side of that
Quinta
spectrum, Quinta or any other black woman could have gotten a black
dude.
man, and maybe
Just
not the
not the
man
one
that
she
she
wanted.
wanted.
And what I'm saying is, what they're communicating is they haven't been successful in that way. They haven't been able to do that.
That's what the black man was saying.
But I'm not hearing black men say that. If they're saying that, that's different. I'm not hearing them say.
That's what Ice's argument
That's what
was.
I
Ice said that the men are saying that they didn't like me.
Yeah, but the they he's talking about are often the biracial, long hair down their back.
You
That's
making
an assumption.
No.
That's an assumption. That's an assumption.
It's not an assumption.
Yes, it is.
You
said
inserted
that they are
You
often
telling me that an all-state NFL, all-state high school player, or an all-American college player couldn't get a woman? That's what you're telling me.
Maybe not the one that he wanted.
Maybe not the
Before-
one that he
Before
wanted.
he became
And
All-American.
what I'm saying is, I have seen directly the equivalent of that in entertainment on the women's side have something different. Now, again, you can still make the argument that they should make a different choice. I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm just saying I read them with more grace. There's a difference between saying, before I got famous, nobody wanted me, and saying, even when I'm famous, they don't want me. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying they're not the same.
No, but you are creating that narrative to support your idea.
No, I'm saying that's what they say.
The same way so listen, cool, because we gonna start screaming.
Yeah.
Why did you dismiss Ice saying this is what they are saying?
I'm not dismissing it. I'm saying it's not. All I'm saying is they're two different cases. They're not. It's not the male equivalent of that. Saying they didn't want me before when I was broke is not the same thing as saying
Ice didn't bring up money. Ice said,
No,
they don't want me.
That's all I said.
You said before I got on. The
He
implication.
didn't say
No,
that.
but I said back then.
What's back
they
then? Before what?
When I was in high school or whatever.
Before they
When
got
you
on.
weren't famous,
They were
and
not
when you didn't have
checking
money.
for me. The women that I tried to holler at was not
Okay, so
checking
what's the
for me.
difference when they were in high school and now?
You just said, you can't tell me that an All-American can't get a
Well, now they're
girl.
in a relationship.
You just said an All-American can't get a girl. He don't have no money. You said that.
Right, but to me, the turning point isn't the all. I don't think the narrative they
using
have
what
started.
you said.
Right, but I wasn't starting with. For me, the back then is before college, not before NFL. That's what I'm saying. Because I think once,
So if you
once
using that
have a
as a
projection
black
toward
woman saying before college they didn't want me?
Pull your mic up.
You serious?
Say that again.
You're saying that the black woman said before college? Because now we got
No,
hold on,
I'm saying it's even worse. That's my point.
Let me ask you
I'm saying
specific-
successful black women are still having that problem. Black women who are at the top of their fields are still having a problem
I
finding
hate
a
that.
peer. That's what I'm saying.
You know what I can't do? I hate that because my girl is white. I really can't expound on this
Let
situation.
me just ask my-
because
hold
I
on.
really want
Hold
to.
on.
Yo, dog, that's not
Crack his
true.
muffin, cuz.
That's not true. Number one, and what you got to stop doing?
What do you say it's not true? What do you mean it's not true? What do you mean it's not true?
That the successful black women are not finding these men that
Based
want
on
them.
what?
Based on whatever you said that they.
No, I'm basing it on statistics. Well, on what basis are you saying that they're able to find them?
You said you was basing it on what they told you. That's
No,
what you said.
I'm saying that the women who I speak to have this experience, yes.
Yeah.
But on terms of evidence, black women are the least marriageable group when matched by their education and their income. They're the least racial group likely to marry somebody of their same education or income by facts.
Cool. I'm agreeing with you.
Right.
So let me start.
Yeah, that's what I'm just saying. It's not just
I'm
anecdotal.
agreeing with you.
Right.
Cool. So now this is a numbers game, and I don't want you to cut me off. I want you to hear my point.
Let me see if I can move out the way so I'm this.
No, he good.
But I don't want to voice a guy talking to you for the whole time.
Fam, so listen to this.
Yeah.
If now you start to talk about
Now y'all getting into
Yeah,
promo land now.
Oh,
Yeah, y'all getting into promo land now.
Let's go to me about.
when you start talking about successful black women, right? When you start talking about successful black women, I want you to now put two parameters on what success means so that I can continue.
I just did.
What other
Success,
parameters?
it said money and education.
I did too. I said
Give me a dollar amount and give me an educational level. So we don't have no gray area.
Corey, cut the stove on
For
real quick.
me,
It's early.
it's
No,
about.
it's not.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Let them get it. Let them
No,
get
I'm
shit
glad-
on.
I'm just saying, let me see it. I don't
Interrupting
smell
them.
nothing yet, is all I'm saying.
Not just to turn it on.
College degree in 6 figures a year.
Masters, and how much?
You're distracting them.
That's not exactly my argument.
I'm asking you to
Because
set
you
the
said these are the two
parameters.
parameters.
Ice, it's a 1v1.
Listen to what I'm saying.
Let's start with my question. I gotta
get out of here.
What I'm saying-
because I still got something
Trying to
else
help
for him,
move this shit
Paul.
along.
What I'm saying is that for me, the metric of success was finding somebody who was matched. So if we both have master's degree, sure. But if I'm a doctor and you see what I'm saying? It's about the match for me. Now
all right. So now
is that reasonable?
No, it's not. But I'm gonna still go.
Why is that not reasonable?
Because you're not setting parameters. So
I am setting a parameter. I'm saying someone of your same level.
Can I
That is
ask
a
a
parameter.
question?
It's just not the
Can
one
I
you
ask a
want.
question? Is this argument about entertainers or about educating successful?
Now I'm just going across the board. It's just I'm saying that's my point. This is a bigger societal issue, or it's not. Quentin Brunson is just one person.
So,
but I think it's more. I think just to bring it all back to how it all started. I think Imani was kind of speaking on people who are in the entertainment business, who are out front and who are leading, who are on screens and stuff like that, and like add like those public figures. So I actually think just for the sake of the, but if y'all gonna move the combo to somewhere else, then take it to yeah, for sure.
Go ahead.
Listen,
Go ahead. I'm not
so this is my point, right? Because this is what happens. It's a numbers game. And it's a probability game. And this is what everybody fails to just dismiss to get their ideal and what their point is and what their bullshit narrative across is. Boom. If you start talking about successful women, black women are the leading people in climbing up the corporate ladder and kicking ass and taking numbers more than any other racial demographic. Black women are flying up that ladder. Cool? Black men are not moving at the same, nowhere near, actually, the success rate that black women are. So when you're saying I can only date somebody on my level, when you're using the fact that women black women outnumber black men, right? One. Then you talk about homosexual black men coming out of that, incarcerated black men coming out of that. Now you left with people that are out on the streets, and because these men don't fit your quote unquote success level, you got slim pickings. It's not that the niggas is not choosing you, you not choosing them. Okay. And that's a
$325 to start.
Yeah, like, right? So look, you're not picking those men because they don't meet your quote unquote success level, and the numbers are not in your favor to have enough men to meet your success level. So now when you do meet the man that is handsome, successful, got good dick, that's fashionable, good sense of humor, he's smart, and he all of that shit on your box, guess what now? Because you make 300 grand, you don't fucking necessarily meet his box because he don't need your money now. So now he looking for Halle Berry or fucking a woman that you might not say. So now the women say, you know what? They don't want us. They going over here to Becky and they going over here to Maria. Y'all ain't want the nigga that was making 75 or 80 grand. That was a good ass black man that was making 75 or 80 grand. But because you put that he not on my success level parameter out there, that's why you fucking single. It's not that black men don't want you. That's why you single. You don't want the nigga that may not be at your level of quote unquote education and success, because the numbers are skewed. If I got 10 people to pick from and it's 100 women up here, y'all only picking out of the same 10 niggas. That's why we see all these athletes and all these entertainer niggas fucking all the same women, because them the only women that they want, dudes that they want to fuck.
So, a couple things.
I was with you till the end.
Yeah. Bro, I'm talking about it. Take the
Every time y'all go athlete, I take it personal. Like, leave me out of this shit. I'm up here married and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Take the athletes out of it. Let's say black men that make 200K. Whatever their profession is. Let's say black men that make 200, 250, regardless of whatever their profession is. Bro, that's not 1% of the United States.
Right. So, a couple things.
It's not 1% of the country, my nigga.
The argument you're disputing isn't the one I'm making, right? But I'll engage it because I still think it's worth engaging. But that's not. I mean,
how?
How what?
You are saying the women are saying that the men on their success level, these are your words,